The Walking Weapon gets a main event win as a night of singles action gets us ready for Tag Team Turbulence. I'm Chris Charlton, and this is Finish Strong for the week of July the 9th, 2021. Next week sees the highly anticipated Tag Team Turbulence kick off with first round action Friday night at 10/9 Central. But this week on Strong, we got on the road to this monumental tournament with a trio of singles clashes, starting with the DKC taking on Barrett Brown. Bateman has been a consistent force in Barrett Brown's corner of late, but after a defeat to Fred Rosser last week, tonight, 50 Caliber walked alone to take on the young lion, DKC. Both men went hold for hold very early on before Brown got the advantage and worked hard over the DKC's arm. Punishment was punctuated with arrogant taunts from Barrett Brown, and when DKC tried to fight up from underneath, he met a big-time lariat. The match was under 50 Caliber's full control until a clip of the knee and a face crusher swung the momentum to DKC. Yet Brown would go right back to the arm with a Fujiwara armbar. The DKC didn't quit and wanted a top rope karate kick, but he would get rolled up with a handful of tights to give Barrett Brown the victory. Up next, Alex Coughlin's Open Challenge Series continued against PJ Black. Ring of Honor's Darewolf making his return to New Japan Strong for the first time in 2021. Coughlin powered out of a black headlock at the start of the match, leading the Darewolf to bait the young lion in with a test of strength before rolling up his young lion opponent. But when it came to strikes, Alex hit harder in the stand-up. The Shaken Black used a closed fist to hit at Alex Coughlin, allowing the LA Dojo member to rattle off shots while the referee admonished PJ Black. But if the fists were no good, the feet rang true. Black took control with some stiff kicks and then a side slam and a quebrada for two, before a tight shoulder-based submission work after a half-hatch suplex. The veteran Black was in control until a flying tackle from Coughlin and then a gut-wrench suplex for two, before a German suplex got another near fall. Black would fight back with a Spanish fly for two, and though a high cross body out the corner led to a spectacular bridging fallaway slam from Coughlin, when the two traded strikes center ring, Black had the element of surprise and caught and dropped Coughlin with a bad habit. Tonight's main event saw Impact Wrestling's X-Division champion Josh Alexander make his return to Friday nights to take on Rocky Romero. This was always going to be a technical classic, and the early action lived up to that label. Rocky fought for early wrist control but would be dropped by Alexander, who got the arm of his opponent. But then Romero took down the taller Walking Weapon with a head scissors whip and then a tope suicida out to the floor, but the forever clotheslines would be cut off with a vicious boot from Alexander. Yet Romero remained doggedly determined to get the arm of Josh Alexander. A missed corner blow from the Impact champion gave Rocky an opening and allowed him to hit a spectacular DDT, and then the dropkick through the ropes. But just as Rocky went for the kill, Alexander remained incredibly dangerous, cinching in the ankle lock. Rocky reacted with a swinging DDT for two and then connected with his signature armbreaker, but the Walking Weapon responded with a Chaos Theory for two. He then went for the ankle lock, but a rewind kick from Rocky struck and then a running Shiranui. Rocky and Alexander traded submission attempts on the arm and the ankle, respectively, but Alexander would use a power backbreaker and then the divine intervention to pick up the victory. Josh staying undefeated on Strong and making a powerful statement backstage.
I am sorry, Rocky Romero, for what I had to do to you. I'm sorry you had to suffer for what I have worked for what I want most. But this is a warning for the rest of the New Japan roster. I don't care if you're overseas. I don't care if you're here in New Japan Strong. If you wrestle here, if you're in this locker room, you have a target on your backs. And the Walking Weapon ain't going nowhere.
Certainly Josh Alexander's journey is far from over on Friday nights, but taking priority next week is going to be Tag Team Turbulence. Yes, next Friday night, 10/9 Central, this 8-team tournament kicks off with some unmissable first-round matches. The returning Machine Gun Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows, the Good Brothers, take on Clark Connors and TJP. Yuji Nagata and Ren Narita will face Fred Yehai and Wheeler Yuta. Kevin Knight and the DKC will take on the West Coast Wrecking Crew of Jarrell Nelson and Royce Isaacs. And what's sure to be a wild main event as Brody King and Chris Dickinson will face JR Kratos and Danny Limelight of Team Filthy. This tournament will see the winner make a very strong statement as to just who the strongest team in New Japan Pro Wrestling really is. And they'll look to carry that statement to the torch at LA Coliseum August 14th for Resurgence. Some tickets still remain. Act now to be a part of NJPW's return to US fans. And on August the 16th, the best hour of pure professional wrestling on the planet welcomes fans for the very first time. A tiny handful of tickets do still remain for Fighting Spirit Unleashed. Check out njpw1972.com for more information. That's it. We're finished strong for another week. Until next time, go kigen yo. Sayonara.